Chrissy Swan Show.
Greetings, Jack.
Good afternoon, Swanee. How's your day been? We haven't had a chance to, catch up properly yet.
I know. Well, I was all set to have a very relaxing sorting day.
Yeah.
And then my dishwasher wouldn't drain. And, doesn't it throw a spanner in the works? Quite literally. I had all sorts of tools out and Googling what is an A3S error message.
Oh, that's too much for chaotic Chrissy. That's not fair.
And then I thought, God, I can't even remember where I bought it from. Anyway, I searched my emails and I found it. And I emailed the place that I bought it from and I said, well, what do I do? Who do I call? I don't know about this. And then in response I got, I'm having an RDO. Please contact me on Thursday. I'm like, this will not do.
Absolutely not.
So I just had to come to work. I've got no dishwasher.
Maybe tonight a fun thing for the kids to do would be do hand washing, like the olden days.
Maybe a fun thing for us to do tonight is get takeaway.
Oh, that.
And then we throw it out.
Hey, after 3 o'clock, we'll be playing Chrissy's Barley Beats. Register via the Nova Player app if you'd like a crack at guessing the song Hidden with Barley Sounds. But next, Mystic Chrissy. Her dishwasher's broken, so I'm not sure if her mystic mind will be working, but we'll see.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Hey, do you remember when I had a TV career and Darren Hayes was on The Masked Singer?
Yes, and you were fully convinced. I remember I was behind the scenes of an early ep of The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
And Abby was like, it's Darren Hayes. And you're like, no, it's not. He's not doing this show.
You're listening to stuff.
Specsavers is helping Chrissy with her mystical visions. Should have gone to Specsavers.
Mystic Chrissy.
Speaking of Abby, do we have another Abby on the line?
Hello, Chrissy. How are you this afternoon?
Why do I just see Kiwana Shopping World?
Yeah, I'm close. Actually, I went to Kiwana today, Chrissy.
Where's that?
On the Sunshine Coast.
I only know because I'm Mystic.
Oh, of course.
Sugar Road, Maroochydore.
Oh, love it. Always busy. Plenty of crashes.
All right, Abby, I'm seeing very long hair. This was either you as a child or there's something about your hair.
Actually, I was born with freakishly long hair, Chrissy.
I can see that. I can see it.
Like, how long are we talking?
I've only seen pictures, but like a head full and at least a couple of inches.
Abby, did your family refer to you as something quite insulting, like the Ewok or something like that?
They used to call me Yabby.
Yabby. Hey, I can see a clothesline around you, Abby, and it's very important to you. You like to line dry your clothes.
Yeah, my clothesline's always full of clothes because I've got 5 kids.
You should just keep a goon sack on it so then you can have a sip whilst you're doing it.
I feel like I need a jack sometimes when I'm hanging out all the kids' clothes.
Oh my God, we'll send you some cooler bar. Now, when you were a teenager, you didn't get in trouble very much, but you did wag school and you got in trouble for that.
Yep. So do you want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
So one day, me and about 5 of my friends, we wagged school together. I don't know why a group of 14-year-olds thought that we weren't going to get noticed walking down the street, but we walked out of a train station, and as we walked out, 2 police officers walked up to us and called all of our parents.
And then you never wagged again.
I was good after that.
I'm seeing the word shiny, and it might be about your skin. You worry about how shiny your skin is sometimes.
No, that's me.
Maybe my wires are getting crossed.
Abby?
No, I don't. Not that I can think of. It's probably always maybe a little bit oily, shiny, I guess.
Yeah, oily. And why do I see like Daffy Duck or like Walt Disney cartoons or...
My kids are always dressed in Disney clothing.
Are they? That's what I can see.
One last hit, Mystic.
Hello.
Hi. Which one of the 10,000 kids are you?
This is my 3rd child at the moment. He's off school because he got stung by a bee yesterday.
Oh, no.
It's not about him, though. It's about you today, Abby. One last
Okay,
hit.
now this one might get a bit personal, Abby.
All right.
Why do I see the word snobbish around you? Has somebody recently accused you of being a little bit up yourself?
I have a bad reputation of being very judgy.
Wow. Mystic, that was pretty good.
Look, I'm not even afraid to admit it.
You're gorgeous. Don't forget to go to that fantastic Indian place on on the highway. It's the best palak paneer you'll ever have, Abby.
A VIP Specsavers voucher is on the way to you, Abby.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
At Priceline Pharmacy, you can simplify your online shopping experience with Click and Collect. Order online, select Click and Collect, and within 2 trading hours, your items will be ready for pickup at your local Priceline. It's that easy.
Head to priceline.com.au. The Chrissy Swan Show.
I want to have an open discussion about ghosting, Jack.
Okay, let's do it.
I was scrolling the internet. Oh, what a great song and what a great movie from Ghost. Have you seen it?
I've not seen Ghost.
Oh, my God. You must see that.
Okay.
You would love it.
What year are we talking?
Oh, God. 90s.
Okay.
Demi Moore, Patrick Swayze.
I'm in. Demi Moore, I'm in.
Yeah.
Done.
Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Madison Lee.
So ghosting is a newish phenomenon, last 20 years. As soon as the internet came on, ghosting happened. And I struggle to understand it.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you understand what the action of ghosting is?
Yes, I do.
But you don't understand why people do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I just
That's fair.
can't get my head around it. No judgment at all. So ghosting, everybody knows what it is. It's when you've started a relationship with someone either virtually or in person, and then all of a sudden they disappear. Ghost gone. And then you're left texting going, hi, are you there? And then the ghost just does not respond, even though you've had a nice time together.
Have you ever ghosted someone?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think I have. No.
I've never in a relationship sense, but I think I have in a friendship sense.
Tell me about it.
Tell
Tell me why. And by the way, 13 24 10. If you've ever ghosted someone, I'm just so interested to hear the psychology behind it because I just blank out with it. I'd love to know.
Be anonymous as well.
Yeah, I'll give you a Priceline voucher.
I wish I could be for this story. No, I think
it's very common.
It's very common.
Yeah.
I think I've done it in friendships, but there's always been a reason why. But I just guess upon self-reflection, there's things that I can't be bothered enough having the conversation about.
Okay.
Or digging deep into, because sometimes it's something so fundamentally wrong with them that it would be more offensive to you for me to tell you.
But you don't have to tell them, but I think it's okay to articulate that you're not responding anymore.
So like by way of just saying, hey, no, but then how do you say that?
How would you say it to me in person? Like if you and I...
But I just wouldn't need to do that.
Yes, but imagine that I am the person that you've ghosted for a minute.
And you've reached out to me.
Yeah.
And how
hey, how are you? I haven't heard from you in ages.
I can do a little bit of small banter. I'd give you like, yeah, I'm good, thanks, how are you? But I would just hope that with my short responses, you'd read the play and realise I don't want to continue conversing.
Would you ever say that? Would you ever say, look, this is an awkward sort of thing to say, but I don't think we can be friends anymore, or I think we've changed over the years, and I don't think we've got anything in common.
I have tried that now that you say that, but sometimes people just don't respond and get that.
And then people want to argue with you and try and get back into your life.
Correct, and find out why. It's like, no, I just can't. So that's where ghosting does sort of come into play. Once you've done that little bit of back and forth, I think sometimes ghosting is a must.
I think that makes sense. It's like if you've articulated that you're out of the friendship/relationship and people don't understand that, then I think it's okay to stop communicating.
It's almost...
But more often than not, that initial conversation isn't had.
No. And I think as well it's different ghosting a friendship to a relationship. I've only ever done it with friendships and I've had some conversation. But with relationships, I weirdly don't see an issue with it. Like if you're only a few dates in... I know that's bad, but I just don't.
You don't think that if you're a few dates in it's like even easier to just go, hey, I don't feel anything.
No,
or
I would do that. In the dating sense, I'd much rather do that. But when people don't, I don't see.
And I
the
just
biggest
wonder,
deal.
I've always thought, I wonder what the motivation is, because I'm sure that we're going to take some calls
We've
next.
got a full board already.
Yeah, I reckon people will say, oh, I just don't know what to say and I don't want to hurt the person's feelings, so I don't say anything at all. But I think the saying anything at all is actually hurting the person's feelings
that
more.
Could cut deeper. I wonder if Taylor Swift has ghosted any of her dudes.
Of course she has, and very famously, Maddie Healy ghosted her.
Did he?
Yeah, just took off on a plane one day and never to be heard of again.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's savage.
Savage.
We'll take your calls next.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
We're talking ghosting because I came across an article on my version of your Reddit, Cora.
Yeah.
Cora. And there was just this person talking about ghosting and how heartbreaking it was. And I thought, God, I want to do a deep dive on it because I'm not sure about like the reasons behind it. Okay. Let's kick off with you, Wendy. Hi, Wendy. You've been ghosted by a friend.
My best girlfriend, yes.
Okay, now we do have a whole lot of ghosters lined up, but I just wanted to talk to you first, Wendy. So you were, very sadly ghosted by your best friend.
Look, we were attached at the hip almost, and then all of a sudden, just nothing. So I send her messages, birthday, Mother's Day, Easter, Christmas, and I get nothing.
In hindsight, were there some signs that things were slowing down between you?
No, not really. No. That's what's really puzzling. It just came out of nowhere, and it's like 12 months now, and we're not 16, we're like 60-ish, and it's kind of not what you do. If you've got something wrong, you sort of talk about it, but there's been nothing.
This is very interesting, Wendy. Keep listening because we're going to talk to some people that have ghosted other people. And you might get some reasons.
Pharmacy voucher for you, Wendy. Let's go to Stuart.
Hi,
Swan.
Stuart. Who did you ghost?
So, a friend of mine, we've been friends for a little while, but the constant messages, like, while I was at work, I couldn't respond while I was at work. I think she wanted more than just a friendship, which, I was only after a friendship, and then after a while it just got too much, so I just stopped reading them and stopped replying to them. And
did you ever say exactly what you just said to me? Hey, I feel like you want more and I'm just after a friend.
Well, when we first met, because we met online, and when we first met, I said, I'm only looking for a friendship. So I thought I clarified that at first, but obviously she wanted different things.
And you didn't say anything before you just went no contact?
No, I kind of didn't. I feel bad now. It was a few years ago, but
I get it though, Stuart, because I even relaying my stories to you now, Swanee. It does sound coward, like a coward act. But in that example, unless you're in that situation of friendship, you kind of can't explain why it's the only thing to do.
I reckon it might be. I'm just trying to get my head around it. I reckon it might be because if you've made up your mind, you really don't want the person to try and talk you into it. You're just like, nah, I know what I'm doing here. Absolutely. Yeah, I get it.
Priceline pharmacy voucher for you, Stuart.
Thank you. Hi, Sarah.
Hello, Chrissy.
Hi. Good. Now, who have you ghosted and why?
Okay, so a friend of mine of 30 years. So I'm 40, so that's a very long time.
Yes.
I allowed her to move into my house while I was going through a situation and didn't like the way she lived, and I had her removed, and I accidentally may have forged a letter and kicked her out and sent her a message because I'm a sucker for helping people. So face to face, I wouldn't have had the guts to go through with it.
Yes, that's true. I can always be talked around.
Yeah. Yes.
That's
so I needed to stick to my guns.
So you never responded again, and did you block her number as well?
Oh, yeah, and social media, everything.
Wow.
And then did you have any mutual friends? Did you ever try to reach out that you know of or no?
We did. I mean, 30 years of friendship, it's hard, it's sad, but it is what it is, unfortunately. And I I stuck to my guns and went through with it. And I know that if I had have seen her face to face and let her do what she wanted to do, I would have got stuck in and let her stay.
That's interesting. I would probably do the same as Sarah in that situation.
Priceline Pharmacy voucher for you, Sarah.
Let's finish with you, Dre. Hello.
Hey.
Okay, you are the ultimate ghoster. What did you do?
Oh, mate. Well, I left the country. I lived in LA for a while, and this girl was. It was what it was, all right. You know, say no more. But she just wanted it to pursue further and further and further. Like, yeah, it was kind of scary. I backed out. I pulled right back the moment, and everyone's going to turn around and say commitment. It wasn't no commitment thing. It was the fact
Whatever your reasons are, it doesn't matter. Did you ever say to her, "It's over, please don't contact me again, I've moved on, I think you should do the same"?
But it was never it never happened to end, if that makes sense, you know? Like, she was pursuing something that wasn't there, and it was like,
So you just packed your bags and fled the country?
Pretty much.
Iconic.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Please, don't prove I'm right, huh? Barry Keoghan, single.
With his little piggy eyes.
You're listening to the Chrissy Swan Show on Nova. Let's go clicking.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Well, finally some closure. We can all cancel our appointments with our therapists because chief among our concerns was what is going on with Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I know. Like, neither of them have made statements. We know that they have both. Well, he's definitely got a new pad.
Yes.
He's moved out.
Yes, and she has. But then, just when we thought that we knew what was happening, they spend 5 hours at each other's houses. And then she's going shopping with his kids. I still can't work it out.
Maybe they were having breakup.
Maybe they were signing the documents because J-Lo has pulled the trigger on the divorce to Ben Affleck. And I just want to make sure that everyone's okay. Because when they got together, I mean, the genesis of their love was so magical. The journey that we all went on.
Yeah.
They were a couple. They were the first couple that had a one-word name. Benefer, right? So that's how long they've known each other. We loved them then. It didn't work. Too much scrutiny.
Yeah.
And then he went on and married, and she went on and married, and went and had kids. And then the hope of all hopes, they got back together and got married. And guess what? It didn't work. It didn't work.
No.
And it didn't work quite quickly. It just makes you feel, I'm sure I'm not the only one that looks at that and thinks, well, does love exist? The romance is dead.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, go.
No, I think I think they just got a bit excited, and I think maybe they bought into that narrative. Like, you would be so excited after a few maybe like dates back together, being like, oh my God, this is going to work again. We're going to be loved by the public. Like, they would have started to romanticize this again for themselves.
And also, I think maybe an element was that they felt young again. They were looking at the person that loved them when they were young, and it made them feel like that person again,
and then,
which must be intoxicating.
It would. And then Ben realised just how truly insufferable she actually is and legged it.
It feels sort of mean, though, to file it on their second-year anniversary.
That's so J-Lo, though. That is so J-Lo.
You're just not a fan, are you?
No. I mean, she has a newsletter, Swan, called On the J-Lo or On the Six or something. Like, it's 2024, mate. Do a tweet or an Instagram story if you want to communicate with your fans. You don't need to create a newsletter.
Oh, you are savage. Now, next story. The world's oldest person has passed away. Vale Maria Branyas Morera.
Beautiful name. How old was she?
117.
17?
Which is exactly how old I feel most days.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Hi there. We've got an hour to go before we usher in the legends, Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel. But we were just talking earlier about J-Lo and Ben Affleck have finally filed for divorce. It has happened.
She filed on Tuesday, August 20, which is their wedding anniversary.
That seems cruel, but they have cited the 26th of April as the last day that they were in a relationship. And of course, Jack wants to know who's going to get the most money out of it. So we've done a little tutorial over the break of how divorce works and what people are allowed to have access to and where the 50% comes from and the time. Anyway, he just wants to know who's worth the most.
So J-Lo is worth a US $400 million.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Affleck has a reported net worth of $150 million.
Yes. And the way it works, Jack, is that whatever she arrived with on the first day of the relationship is hers, and the same for him. But whatever they made together in the last 2 years will have to be divided.
Split. I wonder who did make more in those 2 years.
Well, look, Ben Affleck spent about $200 million at In-N-Out Burger and Dunkin' Donuts.
Absolutely.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's give away a bum bag.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Was it late last week we met those two beautiful women that I really feel had some chemistry?
It was Monday, Swanee.
Gosh, it feels like a million years ago, but very good news. We have organised a meeting for both them and I'm going to hand over their bum bags in person. And I think they're going to be friends for life.
I think they're going to get married.
Oh, do you?
Yep.
Hello, Lauren.
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
Imagine if you were lucky enough to meet the love of your life right here on Chrissy's Quizzy.
That would be beautiful, but unfortunately I already have the love of my life.
Oh, don't believe you. Hey, Dave, hello.
Hey, how you going?
Good, mate. You sound like a real knockabout 4X drinking bloke.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Good on you. All right, then, your names are your buzzers, my darlings. It's the best of five, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game. And we'll get the bum bag. Question number 1, which pop star filed for divorce today?
Lauren.
Yes, Lauren.
J-Lo.
Yeah, you're low-key about this. No, she's just like, Lauren.
Yeah. Do you like J-Lo, Lauren?
Not at all. I'm with
Neither.
you, Jack.
How insufferable is she?
Did you like her?
Go away.
Did you like her? Go away.
Go away.
Did you like her once upon a time and then she's become insufferable?
I liked her in the 2000s,
Yeah.
but now she's just like, go away.
Yeah, I'm with you, love.
She just takes herself too seriously, I think.
Question number 2.
Rhode Island is the smallest state in which country?
Lauren.
Yes, Lauren.
The US.
Yes.
Question
For the win, Lauren.
number 3 for the win.
You still there, Dave?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's on tonight, Dave?
I've got to take my daughter to footy training, so I'll be there till about 9 o'clock probably. So, yeah, something a bit boring. It's all good.
All good. Question number 3.
6 years ago today, the song Sicko Mode was released.
Tune.
Who's the rapper behind it? Never heard it before in my life. Yes, Lauren, for the win.
Is it Travis Scott?
It sure is. Travis Scott. Hey, sorry, Dave.
That's too good, Lauren. Too good.
Too quick. I'm going to send you a Priceline Pharmacy voucher because Father's Day's coming up, Dave, and I feel like you might need, just something to lift your spirits,
Hey, the Priceline Pharmacy voucher is better than the bum bag, though, so we have to give Lauren one as well.
All right, fine.
Guys.
You are welcome.
You're absolutely right about the bum bag.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Yesterday you mentioned the word demure, and I thought I'm missing something and I need to get into this zeitgeist. So yesterday I was sitting outside. We had sausages and mash for dinner. It was so good, let me tell you.
Yum.
Sitting outside eating, and I said to Kit, my 13-year-old, I go, Jack used the word demure. Do you know anything about this? And he goes, there's something going around now about demure and mindful. I said, yes.
Yes,
And he goes, that's all I know.
I'm surprised Peg isn't all over it.
She's not.
It's very Peg coded. Like, she would enjoy using this word.
This is almost a community service announcement for parents.
Yeah.
That children use words all the time that we don't understand. You are a child, Jack, and you are going to explain to us what it means when our kids are saying demure and mindful.
So it's a sound that has gone viral on TikTok, much like the I'm looking for a man in finance That was sort of, it's kind of the new version of that. You're looking at me as if you don't know what that
I've
is.
never
Don't worry
heard
about
of that.
But it's the. It's
I know that Taylor says, quick, tell me something awful. You're a finance guy. Anyway, maybe that's where it comes from.
I love that.
Maybe that's the origins of it.
No,
it's
it's
Taylor's song where she
It's
talks
not.
about a finance guy.
And I love that all roads always lead back to Taylor Swift.
100%.
Okay, so this sound has gone viral from a TikToker, an American transgender woman named Jules LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
And she was sitting in the car and doing a video to camera on TikTok about her makeup. And she said this.
See how I do my makeup for work? Very demure, very mindful. I don't come to work with a green cut crease. The way I came to the interview is the way I go to the job. A lot of you girls go to the interview looking like Marge Simpson and go to the job looking like Patty and Selma. Not demure.
Oh my God, that is me.
It's so you.
That is me. I
See how
always look good if I've got something on, and then every other day of the week at work, I look like hell.
See how I do my makeup for work? Very demure, very mindful.
Yeah.
So that is the sound that has gone viral. And Kim Kardashian and Kourtney Kardashian jumped on it really early.
Right.
Chris Appleton, their hairstylist. And now Jules has really leaned in on TikTok and is doing a lot of videos.
Just 1 second. How did Kim, etc., lean in? How, did they say it with their mouths?
They
Did
created a video with the sound on top of that.
Okay.
So then it starts circulating and going. This is how these sounds on TikTok go viral.
Got it.
And then here's another example of Jules using very demure, very mindful.
I always prepared for this moment. You see how I don't post screenshots of celebrities DMing me? Because I'm very demure. I'm very mindful.
Now, Jules has sort of cashed in on this pretty early on and has started doing cameos and earning about 150 Australian dollars per video.
She must be making a killing.
Making bank for these fans. I think she appeared on Jimmy Kimmel. She's already doing the talk show rounds.
Great. I love these stories.
I know, it's a really nice story, and it's sort of come full circle because Jules clearly hadn't finished completely transitioning.
Right.
And the good news out of all of this is Jules can now afford to do so.
One day, I was playing cashier and making videos on my break, and now I'm flying across country to host events, and I'm going to be able to finance the rest of my transition. I finally said it without crying.
That is amazing.
It's a really beautiful story.
Why did she sound like Elmo at the end of that?
See how I do my makeup for work? Very demure.
Very mindful.
So
I
now
like it.
you will see it everywhere. I'm not demure though, because what demure is like when you're reserved, right?
Yeah. Understated.
Oh.
You're pretty understated, except after a few drinks.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
I've just had some great news, Jack.
What is it?
A delivery has just arrived at my house, and it is a box of 10 packets of my favourite chips of all time, the Cheeto Crunch, which I bought on half-price sale.
Where do you buy them from?
I'm not telling you.
Do they come over? Because aren't Cheetos American?
Yes.
Can you buy them at like grocery
And they're
stores
normally $13 from the Easy Mart, but I got them for $6.50 a packet.
QVC Chrissy.
Mamaka by Ovolo. Good soul, good times, good vibrations in Bali. Book at overlohotels.com. Chrissy's Bali Beats.
I tell you where you can get the coveted Cheeto Crunch.
Where?
Bali.
Of course they'd have
From
them.
the Circle K and the Easy Mart. Hello, Naomi. Naomi,
Oh, you
come
know
in
what
spinner.
helps when I click the caller's
Oh,
name.
that helps. Hello, Naomi.
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
Does anyone call you Naomi? Because that's how my mum pronounces that name, and it's always driven me spare.
Oh, really? Yeah, everyone always does it like that, and I just don't even bother telling them the right way. I just let them call me that.
upsetting. It's
No,
so
that's
upsetting,
annoying. You
isn't
should
it?
tell them, Naomi.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
I feel like it's
Yes.
been going for too long now, so too late.
Absolutely. Now, you know what this prize is, don't you? I'll call you Naomi in honour of my mum, Patty's one. It is not only a trip for you to the amazing Mamaka Ovolo, an incredible resort and experience for you, which you'll love. There's breakfast daily and all that sort of bizzo that we love. You get to be the hero and call 3 friends and say, what are you doing? There is a flight and a ticket, and you're coming to Bali with me.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
Wouldn't it be? That would be such a great feeling.
It would be. You would feel like Oprah to your mates.
And you'll be flying Virgin, and the transfers are thrown in, and the spa treatments thrown in, and surf lessons if you're not too hungover.
Now,
I know, right?
Naomi, we are going to play a song that is sort of covered and distracted by Bali sounds and sounds of travel. Okay, but you need to guess the title of the song. Now, Natalie played on Monday, and she guessed it pretty quickly, but then our mate Mitch yesterday struggled.
He missed it.
Really?
Yeah, all he could. We're just talking over each other so badly now, Naomi. All Mitch could hear was the angry seagull.
Yeah. I reckon you'll do better today. I have faith. Okay, we're going to play the song, and you need to guess. All right, Naomi?
Okay, sounds good. Vienna.
Yes?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Just keep going.
What is it? Oh, the love. The Sound Out Loud. No? Hopeless Place?
She just said in a hopeless place, she just said?
Yeah, Sound Out Loud in a hopeless place.
It's not our.
It's not found.
Oh, Love in a Hopeless Place?
We found love.
No. I know that song. How did I not get that?
Oh, Naomi, I'm sorry.
Oh, Naomi, boo. I don't like it.
Make sure you register via the Nova Player if you'd like to play. Wow, you know what we did well there, though, was talk over each other with Naomi. It was really gorgeous.
There's a little delay there.
Yeah. Natalie will be feeling good from Monday, though, because at this point, she's going to Bali.
Correct.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Chrissy's clickbait.
Got plot thickens with the publicity surrounding Blake Lively's new film that everyone's seeing. It's called It Ends With Us. And it deals with domestic violence. And you may remember that we were talking last week about there was friction between her and her co-star, who's also the director of the film, Justin Baldoni. And we revealed through private sources that he had hired a crisis publicist.
Yes.
And what crisis publicists do is that they make you look good and they make everyone else look bad. And my God, they are working overtime.
Swanee, over the weekend, because I was so aware of it because you and I discussed this.
Yeah.
There were 3 back-to-back articles on the Daily Mail with just negative stories about Blake, but they weren't current negative stories. They were digging stuff up from 15 years ago. So, I mean, the PR crisis manager he hired is doing their job for Baldoni.
I know, but it's very naughty.
Oh, it's vicious, and I will back Blake till the cows come home.
It's very vicious, and you are not the only one that will back Blake. Another guy that's in the film, his name is Brandon Sklenar. He has had to issue a statement because he's obviously noticed what you noticed, all this bad publicity. And he just says, it's a very long statement. But he says, vilifying the women who put so much of their heart and soul into making this film because they believe so strongly in its message seems counterproductive and detracts from what this film is about. Lead with love and please be kind.
Absolutely.
You know it's bad when your mates have got to step in.
Leave Blake alone.
Now, Alicia Silverstone, one of the greats. Remember that story where she would chew her food and then spit it out into her son's mouth like a bird?
No.
Yeah.
When was that?
She's when her son was a baby.
That is rank. Is that a thing?
Yeah, well, it is a thing for Alicia Silverstone, star of Clueless, of course. She has been, she's filmed herself walking around the streets of London, eating random stuff out of people's gardens. Have a listen.
So what the heck is this? Because when you open it up, it looks like that. And if I bite it, I don't think you're supposed to eat this. But it's almost like a pepper. Does anyone know what this is? I don't know what it is. I need someone to tell me. I'm in England. Okay, thank you.
Is she cooked?
No, she's like a full vegan,
hippie
that's
vibe.
Very her to forage and eat what's on the street.
Got it.
But she probably shouldn't have eaten that because that is in fact a deadly nightshade that can be fatal to human beings and animals. And she's really eaten it. Don't worry, she has survived. She's posted that she's fine, a glamorous photograph and that she survived. But everybody was like, don't eat that! Don't eat it!
Wow. I mean, that's one way to go viral. try to die.
Exactly. Speaking of eating stuff that you find, Erin Patterson.
The mushroom gal.
The mushroom gal. There's an update here. She is having her court case heard in regional Victoria.
They really listened to her request to head out to, is it Morwell?
You're keeping it local.
Wow.
How's she going to get a fair trial?
Right.
How? Who in anywhere in Victoria doesn't know everything there is to know about that beef Wellington?
Like, come on. And also poor Alan Raskell and stuff having to head down to Morwell to cover it, all the journos. That's us done. Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are up next. We'll be back at 2 tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.